everyone, Nikki here with Create, Make, Decorate, where I hope to inspire you to get out there and create it, make it, and decorate it. Tonight I am making some really cute bunny butt Easter cupcakes. And I've gone ahead and started a few of them back here, and I'm going to show you and bring them on in. These are super cute. Can you guys see those there? They look like they got their heads down in the cupcake and their little bunny butts are sticking up. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you go to your Easter party tomorrow, maybe you can show up with some cute little customized cupcakes. So the way to do that, you need minimal stuff to make them. So of course you're going to need some cupcakes, which I've already prepared, some icing of your choice. If you want to buy the store-bought, go ahead and do that. Anyway, I make my own icing because I don't really care for the store-bought kind. And I just do a really simple recipe. A few ingredients needed. You need 2 sticks of butter, room temperature, and you need 4 cups of powdered sugar or confectioners, whichever you call it. What else you need? A teaspoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of milk, and that's it. It's really good, and it's so yummy and vanilla-y, and really good stuff. Also, what you're going to need is, let me wipe this off a little bit because I don't know if you could really see it. This is a Wilton, it's number 235, I need my glasses, piping tip. And basically it has all these little holes in it, if you guys could see that clearly. I know it's a little blurry up there, but what this does is it gives the effect of grass. See how it looks like grass on here? That's what this piping tip will do. Okay, and it's really easy to use. So you'll need that, and then you're gonna need some fondant. Okay, fondant you can get at Michael's, Joann's, whatever, and Wilton brand, whichever brand that you like. I always do the Wilton because you can use your coupon there. And I'm just using plain old white fondant. So, and also you're going to need some type of just white sprinkles. These is just white sparkling sugar, or sanding sugar is another name for it. And I think that's it. So you're gonna go ahead, of course, and pre-bake your cupcakes and get them all cooled down. I'm going to turn the camera down so you guys can see what I'm gonna do here real quick. Okay, so like I said, I've already prepared most of them just for sake of time. And my trick for piping icing, when it gets on your finger, lick it off. That's one trick. You're gonna buy the icing bags. I use the disposable kind. Okay, what I do is I mix the icing and I get saran wrap, you guys. And you're gonna lay a saran wrap out and you're gonna plop the icing in the middle of the saran wrap. Then you're gonna just take the ends, you're gonna roll it, almost like a Tootsie Roll, and take your saran wrap and get the 2 ends and roll one end in and leave one end out, and you're gonna cut that off, okay? And then what you're gonna do is drop it inside of the piping bag. Then when it runs out, instead of having to always refill your bags, which gets a little difficult to do, you're just gonna take this out when it's done, get rid of that, and pop the next one in there. So that's a really cool tip. Okay, so let's get started. So you're gonna take your cupcake, and you're just going to press down and then release and pull back. So press down, release, pull back. So you're squeezing and then releasing. So squeeze as you press down and release and pull back as you go up, and it starts to give that little grassy effect. And you could get it as like long grass or short grass. So if I just wanted short grass, I would just kind of do this and kind of press and not pull back. If I want it to look like long grass, I'm gonna pull and then lift. Push and lift. And you can have it kind of hang over. The more you practice, you kind of get the feel of it. And you just continue that all the way around. And just fill in the center. In here at the center, you want to push down and pull straight up. Push down, pull straight up. Can you guys see that good? Push down, pull straight up. And just work your way around. It doesn't take a whole lot of icing either. This is one batch of icing. The recipe says it yields 12 cupcakes, but I've got 18 here and it's iced every single one of them, and I haven't even used the full batch yet, so I'm gonna probably have some extra icing. And then you just keep layering it into the look that you want. See how cool that looks? And then fill in any little holes that are there. So there's your grass. We'll do it again. Okay, it's easier if I hold it down, so I hope you guys could all see. You want to start at the outer. And down and up. You don't want to push down to where you're like smashing it against the cupcake. You kind of want to stay, if you guys could see that, just up a little. Like you don't want to do this because you see it flattens it. So you want to have it above it just a little. Isn't that a cool tip though? It totally looks like grass. And then you just, again, build your way around. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and remove that empty bag. Just kind of toss it over there. I'm gonna get my new one. I'm gonna trim this edge off with some scissors. Like that, oops. And we're gonna just open the bag and pop it. You want the side that you cut, of course, face down. Okay? And then just shake it down in there. That way you get multiple uses out of your bag too, because you don't want to have to keep refilling. That's, you know, it's not necessary. You waste a lot of the bags if you're using the same color. Of course, if you're switching out the colors, then of course you want to switch out the decorating bag, but we're using the same color, so we're just going to keep refilling. Okay, so there's all of our grass. Now let's get to the little butts. Okay, I'm going to move that back. So these are going to be our little butts, okay? And we're just going to take some fondant. When you're working with fondant, you always want to keep it covered because it dries out and then it starts to crack. So I usually have it covered in a either saran wrap, or I have just a Ziploc bag hanging around. I'm working with this pretty fast, so I'm not too worried about it setting out, but we're just going to roll it in a ball. You always want to have water available when you're working with fondant, because when fondant gets wet, it gets really sticky. And of course, we want it to stick onto each other. So it's made out of marshmallow. So think of marshmallows. When marshmallows get wet, they get really sticky. So I just do a little ball, and then I just kind of smash it a little bit. Just kind of flatten it out a little. Okay? And we're just going to plop that right into the grass. Right up top. Okay, so now let me show you how to do the feet. Again, the fondant. And you're just going to take it and roll it into like little Tootsie Rolls. Okay. Throw that in there. Kind of just get it. You want to kind of mush it a little bit because it's like working with Play-Doh. Like Play-Doh, you know, is hard when you first take it out of its little container. The same for fondant. So you want to just start working with it, and as your hands start to warm it up, it starts to get a little bit more soft and pliable. And then just roll it out. I like to use my little fondant smoother and just get in there, and it helps to kind of make that Tootsie Roll more of an even shape. And you want them fairly skinny, unless you want little fat bunny feet, that's up to you. And be careful of any traces of food coloring any around, because this stuff picks it up right away. You can see I already got some green on in there, but we'll just flip that side over and hide it into the icing, so no big deal. But it does pick up whatever is hanging around. So we want to get that as not super skinny, but skinny enough. And then we're just going to cut it. Try and get, let's see, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of little feet out of there. And then you just want to shape it, you know, to look like a little bunny foot. And what they're usually skinnier and then fatter at the ends, I think, right? And try and get them as, that almost looks like a tooth. Let's kind of round that a little bit. It looks like a big old tooth. It could be a big old bunny tooth. And the same over here. These would be cute too, you guys, if you took crushed up like Oreo cookies and made it look like dirt on there. You could put a little layer of your icing on it and then sprinkle the crushed up Oreo cookies and look like they're digging in dirt. You can take some of this fondant and you could dye it orange, and you could do it in the shape of a carrot, and you could plop a carrot in there and make it look like the carrot's coming out of the dirt. That would be super cute. So now what you want to do is just get it like a little paintbrush, and like I said, have some water on hand and just dip that in there and then just paint where you're going to need it to stick. So we're just going to do the little top part here, and we're going to stick it right on the little bunny butt there. And you don't want to put too much pressure on here as you're applying these things, because you'll be smashing that icing down. Minimal water goes a long way. If you put too much water on there, it'll start sliding. Like I put a little bit too much water on that one. Okay, so there's your little feet and your little butt. And I'm going to show you how I did the tail. Again, just the fondant. And just a little, enough to make a ball. You guys liking this idea? I hope. You all could do this. I have faith in you all. It's so simple. And I just cut the ball in half, okay? Because we're gonna use one ball is gonna make two tails. And then we're just gonna kind of, okay, we're just gonna make a little ball. Now with this, I'm gonna dip it, that's where the sanding sugar comes in. And I just poured some in the lid here. Add a little bit more. Okay, so just some of that white sanding sugar. And we're gonna take the water. We're gonna just apply a little bit here, because that's what's gonna need to stick to the little bunny butt. But I'm taking some water, a little bit, and just putting it all around that circle. And then we're gonna roll it into the sanding sugar. Try not to get it on the bottom, because it won't stick very well if it is, just because the sugar will kind of make it lumpy. And then just place it on your little butt. And the sanding sugar just kind of gives the effect that it's, you know, a little fuzzy bunny tail. Super cute. Isn't that cute? Now for the little pink on the feet. I just took some pink food coloring. This I got at Michael's, and it's the Wilton brand, and it's pink rose, it's called. When you want to paint stuff with food coloring, what you want to do is add a little bit of vodka to your food coloring. The vodka will evaporate once it dries out, but it's really a good, I don't know what the word is. It really helps mix up the food coloring good, and it works good with painting. So that's what I went ahead and did here. And of course, adjust it to however dark or light you want your food coloring. And all I do is just paint on some little feet. The little pink patchy, whatever that's called on the bottom of the feet. And just hand paint it on there. You could take pink fondant if you want and roll it out and stick it on there to give it a more 3D effect, but to me that's not necessary. It's a little bit more tedious. It depends on how tedious you want to get. To me, I think the painting works just fine. And try and get them even. See how cute? And then you're just going to add like 3 little dots for its little toes. There's his little toes. Isn't that cute? And we're just going to do the same here. This one's melting on me for some reason. I don't know why. Just paint it on there. Okay. Again, that's it. And then these last three, that I have just piped with grass, I am not going to turn them into little bunnies. I'm just gonna add some of those little eggs over there and make it look like it's little eggs in a basket. Just to kind of add something different on the display of the cupcakes. Okay, so with these guys, I just got those little chocolate covered eggs, you know, at the store. Just place them in the center, like little eggs in a basket. Adds a little bit of color and makes it cute. And just have those sitting next to the little bunnies. And look how cute! I just put it on a cake stand with some of the grass. And you got all your little bunnies, all the little Easter eggs there. And won't that make a super cute display for your guests, or for you to show up, you know, at your families or whatever, and put that cute little Easter bunny butt display with some little eggs. I think it's super cute. So anyway, again, thank you all for watching, and I hope that I, you know, inspired you all to get out there and create, make, and decorate some cute little cupcakes for tomorrow. And thanks for joining. I wish you all a safe, happy, and blessed Easter tomorrow. So happy Easter, everyone, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.